Hello, my friends. How are you? I hope you are all doing well. Uh, if you don't know me, I'm Sophia. This is my channel, Sophia Stitch in Love, where I talk about cross stitch, all the cross stitch that I do. That's not been that much lately, and because lately I've been creating some new designs, so we can all have nicer things to stitch. So, welcome everyone, either if you're a returner or if you're a new one. I hope you do like what I've got to show you. So, today I've got some great news. I'm going to start to show you the new designs. You've probably seen all of them already on social media. As I'm recording, there's only one of them that it's not there yet. The last one that I will show, but the time that the video goes up, it will probably be there because I normally record on the day. Lately, I've been recording on the day that I upload video, but today it's Wednesday, the 22nd, and I finished work early. That's something new for me. As you've been with me, you know all that. I managed to finish early, so I've got time to show you what I've been up to. So you're probably watching this video maybe in a couple of days to give me time to do the editing, to upload and all that, maybe 2 days, and that design will probably be coming up. So today I've got nine, let's say nine. I've got 9 designs to show you. There's another 3 that I'm going to start to show you sometimes. You know, when people ask to change something in a design that I've already got, I've decided to show you not the ones that are really like personal from pictures that people give me or things like that, the pattern that I created just for them, that you won't see, it will carry on like that, but the ones that can actually be sold to other people, you will see them coming up on Etsy and probably on Instagram, and I will show you them in here too. Then there will be 2 great news that I'm excited to tell you all about, but it will be more towards the middle or end of the video. So let's get by order. I usually show you my stitching first. That will be not happen. That won't be happening today. We're going to start with the designs because the stitching is one of the news that I want to talk about. So let's get into it. As I said, I've got 9 designs to show you. Let me get them here in front of me. So if it's the first time here, I look down and sometimes to the side because that's where I've got all my notes. I've got my PC in front of me so I can see the pictures as I'm talking to you, and also my notes. Okay, so you ready? So this is the first one. I was so proud of this design, guys. This is our dream, isn't it? Well, my dream, my stitching room, where I have a lot of things. Well, my pets. I know there's only one dog here, but it was a lot of stuff to add. Well, this is not me, definitely. Some of you recognize her. It's a lookalike, like Barbie, isn't she? So I try to picture Barbie here in a perfect fairy tale world. Then I added all the things that I like the stitching, all the bits of stitching. And there's something that I can't take my eye off, but you'll find out later on. In a few days, we'll bring this picture back because there's actually a secret in there. Well, maybe not actually. I'll tell you now. I'm going to tell you now because you would find out. Exactly. Stranger. Okay, let's go back to it. All my threads, my lovely colors. I need to take my arms out of the table, otherwise the camera will just shake. All my threads, the colors that we all love, are in there with our frames, our hoops. And then I love books. This is together, because actually I will be coming up with a stitching room here in my house, and I will be sharing it with my daughter. She wants to put her books in there. I also have thousands, when I say thousands, are thousands of books. Actually, the other day I counted the books that I had in my room, my bedroom at my mom's house. So I've left there few years ago, and I have over 1,000 books in my old bedroom in my parents. So I've got a lot more here too. I do love to read. Now I don't buy that many books because now I either read in digital, or as I'm stitching, I love to watch, to listen to audiobooks. I'm getting away from the subject. This is regarding this design. So then there's books there. Also, there's antiques. I love antiques. You can see by the frame, by the furniture. I don't have much on the back, but I love antiques. And if you see in there, you know that bird, that metallic bird that is in there, that is a bird that was used in the old times to help embroider. So you know the birth mouse usually would catch. If you don't know, I'll try to leave it right down in here somewhere, the name of it. I can't remember the name in English. You know, the mouth of that bird opens and it holds the fabric. So when stitchers were doing it, some were using already frames, you know, but some of them that were like hand stitching, they would have the bird that would hold the fabric, and then they will hold it with the other end, and then they would stitch. So that's an antique that, oh, Willow is just here. Say hi. Hi, everyone. See how big she's getting now. She's not that baby, that tiny, tiny thing. She's got a mind of her own now. She throws everything on the floor. Oh, when I'm stitching, she grabs the scissors, she grabs something from my hand, she just pulls it, and she takes it away from me, and I have to keep running after her. The last thing was a pack of beads from Hill. I had to run this room like a few times after her because she would run in front of me with a pack of beads. Let's see if she goes away and she'll leave us with a video. Then things that I also love in here, well, I love everything. There's the stitching in the wool, and some of them, they're like similar to some of my designs. They were my designs at the beginning, but to create this kind of picture on AI, I never know how you say it, because you say it the wrong way around that we talk in Portugal. They were actually mine at the beginning, but then when you try to change something that is not perfect in the picture, the AI changes something else. So there was a point I said, well, the picture is good enough for me, I'm not touching anything else. Then there's a sewing machine, and it's an antique look one as well. Sorry. As I said, the pets and my coffee, it's there, flowers that I love, the fabric. And now we'll come back to this picture later. I'm not going to talk about right now, but we'll come back. So then there's a castle in the back. There's a very sweet teddy bear in there. That's Mouse playing with a thread. You know, nothing was just by accident in this picture. I don't think there's anything there that was an accident. Now, some of you sometimes ask me about the pictures. Is it hard to get pictures? Well, it depends. Some of pictures, I get them just like that. I create a prompt, and I can get AI to visualize, well, to understand what I'm visualizing in my head. In this one, it was hard. And it was hard because there were so many things that I wanted in there, and I didn't want just one. Like when I asked for a frame, sorry, I didn't want just any frame. I wanted that kind of frame with that kind of picture, and that, like that mouse, how you call it, it had to be like that. You see the 3 buttons on the side? He actually changed them. One of them was supposed to be blue. So just to tell you that to get everything exactly as you want, every single detail, when there's so many details, it is hard. I can tell you that to create this picture, I did more than 100 pictures. And then, because you keep asking, oh, in this corner, can you do this and this instead? But then he changes the other corner. So there was a lot of work here, but there was such a pleasure when I got to the end. I really, really like it. I hope you do like it too. Then, I've been talking about this one for so long, but we will come back to it in a second. The second one I've got to show you, it's another guardian angel, and this time it was time for the Australians. They were asking for the picture, so you've got your guardian here. And I think I've pictured most of them, well, at least some of the culture in there and some of the landmarks, so I'm quite pleased with it too. And that is Australian guardian. Then the next one is a very, very sweet one. This was for someone that asked me about Dalmatian, a puppy Dalmatian. So here it is. And many of you liked it too. So it makes me very, very happy that you liked it. And I think his face came up so sweet. Both of them, actually. I do like the little boy, but the dog is just so cute. Oh, that is hard for me. You know, animals are my sweetest spot. So I really like it. I think it came out really well. And that is called Little Hero. Did I say the other ones? Yes, I think I did. Well, the first one was Teacher's Fairy Tale. Second, Australian Garden, and this Little Hero. Oh, but I'm not telling you the sizes, am I? So, hold on, I don't have them on you. Wait a second. So sorry, I got all the details now. And going back, so Stitcher's Fairy Tale is a little bit bigger because I wanted to fit all of those, flies in here, all of those details in there. And it's also landscape. Oh, everything is shaking, sorry. It's me, I keep moving, sorry. And it's landscape, as some of you asked me to create some landscape patterns, and well, this one would make more sense to, I think, to me. So this is 750 by 500 with 200 colors. There's so many colors in that piece of work that it really needed the colors. So the next one, it's Australian Guardian, and this is 450 by 799, like most of the other Guardians, and it's 176 colors. Little Hero is 450 by 562 with 142 colors. And then we have this little cute thing, and that's why I thought about the sizes, because some of you asked me to do smaller patterns, and this is a smaller one. Well, at least I think it's smaller. It's only 350 wide. Most of my are 450. So there's 100 stitch. It's quite a lot on the side, smaller. And also in high is at least 8 stitches than usual. So it's 350 by 489, and it's a sweet, cute Labrador, chocolate Labrador, with only 84 colors. So it's smaller in size and smaller in the number of colors. That was on purpose. That's why I actually made 2 designs with Labradors this week. So if people wanted something smaller, they could have a smaller pattern. And the next one, okay, it's the bigger one because it has the mom too. So it's the same little one with his mom, and this is Safe in Mother's Love. And the size of this one, 450 by 562, with again 84 colors because it's the same style, the same colors, visual colors. This is inside the barn, the other one is outside the barn, so they're quite similar. You just have to choose if you want bigger pattern where you can have the 2 dogs, or the smaller one with just the one. It's up to you. It's a very, very sweet one. I think he's trying to look at his mother and his mother like protecting him. So the love is in there. I think the feeling, the emotions are there. But that's why I try to transmit in most of them is like emotions. So in the next one, like Jewel of the Tropics, their vision, they always birds are always like looking at us. So I think it's there too. And this is a very cute, sweet one. And I think this one is not big. Well, it's not as small as the other one. It may be actually because it's wider, but then it's shorter version. So I don't know exactly the number of stitches, but it could be very similar. Yeah, this is 400 by 400. Well, it's bigger than the waiting at the porch. 400 by 457. So it is smaller than the usual, but it's worth it. And stitching with all these colors, it makes it really fun. At least I love it. I do like to stitch it black too. Sometimes especially when you've got the background as black, and then the picture pops up. But I also like this one. I think it's nice to stitch with that kind of colors. Very nice, very bright. So Jewel of the Tropics. I love this color combination. That was just to bring them out, and I think the bird, the hummingbird, it was a perfect bird to have all these colors. Then, well, another thing, it could be a mermaid, but we've already got. Oh, I still have to do at least one more soon mermaid pattern because someone asked. But I think a hummingbird it was quite a good option too. Then the next one, oh, I like this one. Well, I like them all, but this one, guys, this one was actually not hard to come up. AI understood me quite easily on this one. Souls of the Sea, the feeling, the emotion that was it was most important to me, and it's there. My first version that I did, his eyes were open, but then I thought, no way, you need to close your eyes, guy. You need to show that you feel it too. It's not just her. So I closed his eyes. It's very nice. And in this one, you actually needed a lot of color. Uh, so I would not do it as white. I needed the color because his colors, to do all those kind of blues. I used quite a lot of blues in there. And either way, I used this number of colors, or I would also have to do it wider. So I think this way was a good solution for them. 400 by 600. So you get like two faces in there without being that big. And the mock-up is really good. So please always look at the mock-up. That's where you can actually see properly the colors, the detail. And sometimes, pattern keeper colors don't always come up as well as, like, for me as Saga. I know we all have our favorites, but I noticed that Pattern Keeper doesn't show them usually as well. Then this one, I did say everything, I think, and then this one, this is probably my favorite from this week. I love her eyes. I love the way she stands. Like, she's a woman, but she knows that she's a woman with power, with seduction, and then she just shows there still, and then you get the cat like showing the other feeling, like the attachment. It's like she knows she is the queen, and he wants to be next to her. You must think I'm crazy, but I do write that down in the prompt when I create the pictures. So gorgeous those eyes, aren't they? 450 by 562 with 122 colors. If I had to pick one from this week to stitch, I would love the last one, but this one would probably be my pick from this week. Well, I do like the little hero too, but I don't know. It's just the way that she shows. The next one, it's not out as I'm doing the video, but it will be. I hope it's already out, so when you see the video. And this is my version of Snow White. You know that I like to give a twist. You've seen it already on Alice and on that series, and I will be doing them for other ones. So they are like the light is coming too white. They are based on stories that we know, but they have a twist. I don't want them to be just like that. There's plenty of other patterns to stitch that I'm missing the words, that bring up the feelings and everything exactly as they are in the story. But I decided to use them with a twist. There's one that has been waiting for quite a while. That is Bella and the Beast. I have the pictures, but I don't know why. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe because they're not twisted as much yet. They're just perfect. And I don't want them perfect. So going back to this one, the Poison Promise. I like it. I love that apple. You know, the shine on it. And she shows the power. She's not in blue and red. She's in black and red. And her hair is curly. We always see her with straight hair. But I really like it. And then she's got all her friends around her looking at her. I was thinking in doing the dwarfs. I actually got them in a picture. I'm not 100% convinced yet with that picture, so I'm not sure if I will use that one, if I will come up with another one, or if I don't do them at all. I'm open to suggestions, as always. So if there's anything that you would like to see there, you are welcome to give your opinion. I may not always use them, but they are very welcome. So that's the new designs that I've got to show you. I'm now going to show you just the three next one is designs from, one is from this one. I will start with that one with Eyes of Eternity, you know, the one that I really love. You can see it here now without the cat. I think it's really nice too. I'm actually, when I designed the first, she didn't have the cat. And then I added the cat. And then I decided, yes, it's coming out with a cat because there's many people that like the cats, and there's like a symbol of the Egypt too. But then suddenly, one of you asked me, well, you didn't ask, you actually said, I love this picture, something like that, but I'm not into animals. Well, I had the picture already. I didn't even have to create that one. Well, I had other versions, but that, well, when I started, it was a version where she wasn't like so closed up. She was going a bit far, but then there was showing too much of her body, and I thought, no, that's just waste. We don't want to see that much of the boobs and all that. So I did a closer up. And so I added the original picture, and her hair was like with the wind on it, and I didn't like it. I thought she would show more like her power as a queen with static hair. You know, I like to tell you how I come up with my pictures, how they created. And actually, I wasn't bringing it up, but I'm going to tell you. Some of you warned me there was someone on Etsy using my designs. And one of them, the one that most of you picked up, it was Paris in Blue. And that person just changed the color of the dress. Instead of being pink, it was blue. Well, it wasn't as good as mine. I'm so sorry, but the pink looks a lot better in there than the dress in blue. But if you have curiosity, you may go and look for him. I'm not going to do any advertising to him or to her, wherever they are. But I tell you, they just pick most of at the moment. I think he only has 2 sales on his store. I actually wrote a complaint, I don't know how you say it, to Etsy, and they took that picture away, so that pattern is not there for sale anymore, but there's loads of other ones there. And in the other ones, they are a bit more disguised. You know, it's not as easy to find out that it's my pattern, but it's there for me that I know my patterns. I think what a person does, he picks up my pictures and just asks AI to change something on it. So, well, it's life, isn't it? People are not always nice, but he doesn't have that many sales. And I'm going to tell you something. You can see if you're a stitcher, well, if you're a stitcher and you're a designer, you know, I'm no worry because some of those designs, we can see that person is not a stitcher, because it would be a nightmare to stitch some of the details in there, but it's not up to me to tell him, is it? Well, actually, that person is probably even watching this video. So if it's you, not to you, that's not something nice, you know? Well, it's up to you. But you know that life, have you ever heard that life is like a circle? Everything that goes will come back, everything that you do will come back to you. So another two designs that that were personalized. It was actually one design, and it's called Alchemist Hearth. And I'll put a picture of the original here. And it was one of you asked me to change the cat for a black one. So this is the black cat. And another of you asked me to change the lady for an elderly one. So here is the older lady version too. So they're all on Etsy. If any of you prefers that one, it's there. Actually, you know, there's something that is very funny. So many people keep asking me, oh, I wish your designs were smaller, I wish your designs were smaller. And then I opened it up and I said to everyone, well, if you want a smaller, you just ask. Apparently, no one wants a smaller because they do inquire, but at the end, everyone decides to go for the bigger one. It makes me pleased. It makes me think that, oh, Willow just jumped on my table. It makes me think, so the camera just shaking, sorry. It makes me think that actually people, at the beginning, are scared of a big pattern, but then yes, they do want the detailing there. And that is just the beginning, you know, when you start to stitch something with detail, I'm sorry to tell, but you're not going back. No way. No way. When you start your next pattern and then you'll compare, you have a blur face and you have a very detailed face or something like that, you're not going back. I'm sorry if I'm telling you that, but you won't. And Willow is just lying here, looking at me. She must be thinking, who's she talking to? But well, it's life. Willow, I'm going to have to change my book, you know? So you'll have to get up in a second. So I now have my video again, and I'm going to put the filter, and the word is dragon. Good luck, everyone. And it needs to have at least 1 like and unique users and only 1 winner. No backups. So let's just start our throw. I hope you can see well, and there it is. Let me bring it down. Oh, there. Sorry. Shata 1285. I had you before. You must have been a winner before, and I actually saw that you sent a message saying something, and I don't know what it was. So I'm assuming that I forgot something regarding you. I forgot to reply to something, or I don't know. If it is, please do it. And congratulations again. And it says, hello, my friend. I could be interested in joining a white dragon style with you. I love the German. Must be the other pattern. Well, It's up to you to choose, so you may be entitled to it or to any other one that you wish from that last video. Congratulations, and if you didn't win it, you may win it for the next time. So that's nearly all regarding new designs. There's still something else. Now, let me just turn my page, Willow, I'm so sorry. So let's just do now the new word so I won't forget it. What can we do for the new word? Let me look at, well, I don't know. I just need a word let's go for jewel from Jewel of the Tropics. Okay, this is the word jewel. Let me write it down, otherwise I may forget it. Well, I can always come back to the video, can't I? Oh, sorry. I'm gonna take a print of the winner as well, so I've got it all. So, news surprises. Are you ready? So if you follow me, oh, I'm sorry for all this shaking. Willow, no, she's just gonna do a lot of noise. No way. Oh, she's grabbing everything. Sorry. She's been naughty. I'm gonna have to take her from the room probably. You know, she keeps biting me lately. If she's not happy about something, she just goes and bites me. Look, see? She's biting me. Sometimes she's nice, but sometimes she's very, very naughty. You are, girl. On the floor. I have 2 news to give you. Which one will I give you first? Oh, she's been silly. Well, I know which one I'm going to give you because of Willow. She's biting on something she shouldn't. Okay. First news. Do you remember I've shown you this last week? I'm not going to talk about this design. I'm going to talk about something else. You know this fabric that Willow, that I keep telling you that I love. This is a Zweigart fabric. You keep asking me details about it. I think she wants to stitch too. Now, you can see the fabric is like a see-through. This is 18 count. And I think there's other counts. I'm not sure which ones. I love these ones. All my crosses come up so nice. Oh, so sorry. She's just left the table. Let's hope that she's not coming back here. I love this fabric. You know, the holes are really big. I can get my needle through very, very easily. It's not like I don't have to do any pressure. It just goes. It's like butter. So sorry. And my stitches look so nice on it. You know, I was worried about the pattern from the peacock pearl falls because there were so many whites in it, and I know that some people dread to stitch on white, and I was so happy when I could do it with two threads and still look so nice, because usually to look nice on white you need at least use just one thread, so most people do it on 25 count, but then 25 count is too small. If your fabric is white and you need to stitch on white and in a small stitch, it's a nightmare. So for comfort I prefer 18 count. I don't want to use like a special how you call it, oh god, you know, those things that make bigger like lasses. I don't remember the name, but you know what it is. I don't want to use that. I want to be comfortable. This is enough, should be. So I like to stitch on 18 count, and this fabric is just great. And because so many of you asked me about it, it is a Zweigart and it's called a Royal Canvas on 18 count. So I decided to contact my supplier. I'm giving Willow another opportunity. We'll see. She's on the floor. She's running and she's really on herself. She's going like crazy. She will be out of the room in a second if she doesn't behave. As I was saying, this is Zweigart 18 count Royal Canvas. And I contacted my supplier and I said, because the fabric was out of stock, is it going to be out of stock for long? And they've apologized and all that. And I said, look, there's so many of my friends that are really interested in it. Will you be willing to do them a discount? And they were so kind. So this is Casa Cenina. That's my supplier. They are from Italy. They've got this nice website where you can buy everything that you think of regarding cross stitch, and from threads, fabrics, kits, books, and then not just for cross stitch, for other crafts as well. So if you do need a supplier, they're from Italy, they ship worldwide, and their shipping is not one of the most expensive ones either. So, and they've got this big, huge stock. I really like them. So they decide to give us all a discount. So I have a coupon. This coupon is just, there's Willow. She steals the show, as you say. This coupon, it will be on until the end of September. It will be a try, and we'll see. They will see if it's worth to keep it. The word is POSH, POSH. You can use the coupon to have 25%. Now, it's not on everything. It's almost everything. But if it's a book, you can only have 15%. But there will also be some items if they are already on promotion. Oh, she's going to destroy all. Willow! That cat is mad. You've noticed it by now, haven't you? So, as I was saying to you, Casa Cenina is giving us a discount. We cannot use it in an item that is already in promotion, or if the supplier is a supplier that does not allow, or the creator or the supplier is someone that does not allow Casa Cenina to give discounts. So apart from that, you can have 25% discount. For now is until the end of September. And if it goes well, we may carry on with this. So please, if you need anything, let's just help us all, okay? So I can have the discount and you can have it too. And it's, as I'm telling you, it does not need to be on this fabric. It can be on anything on their site. So let's give it a try. I hope you're happy about it. I am very, very happy. The second surprise that I'm going to show you, actually, I got all my material from there. This is, sorry, are you ready for this? This is my design, my new design that is not full coverage. It's not ready. I was thinking of waiting until the end, until it was all stitched to show you. I'm hoping to have it stitched by the end of August. Actually, I didn't got the details, the percentages, but I can give you. I know the details for it. I'm not going to show you the complete design. You will find it with me. That's what I've just decided just before I recorded, because I was going to show you all at the end. But so most of you discovered by the colors that it would be a fall themed. Yes, it is. And this is 175 by 218. And again, it's non-full coverage. I've got all my materials from Casa Cenina. And are you ready? You're not going to see that much of it, but you're going to see something very cute, at least for me. And this is it. I'm getting very proud of it. So I'm stitching it in a Zweigart Belfast 32 count, obviously, in antique white. It has 39 colors at the moment. And one of them is a Petite Treasure braid. And it also will have 3 mill heel beads. And at the moment I've stitched, let me see in my app what it's telling me, I've stitched 1,650 stitches, and this is 6.34%. I'm gonna try to bring it closer. So if you're a lover of non-full coverage, this may be for you, maybe not, who knows? So you know that we'll have some sparkling, and you know that we'll have some beads too. Oh, I'm so proud of it. Now, I'm not releasing the pattern because this is the first design that I'm doing that I didn't use any AI at all. I've designed it myself, stitch by stitched. So I think it took me longer to do the design than it will take me to stitch it. Oh, it was such a learning curve, but I really, really loved it. Now, why am I not releasing? Because I want to stitch in it to be sure that as a stitcher, everything is okay, because it's not the same as designing. When I do my full coverage, I take a lot into attention. You know, we can get a software that will change our designs into stitchable patterns. But then if you're not a stitcher, you don't know exactly how that is coming out. Because sometimes I changed a lot. You know, in that one, like the last example that I did, you know, that alchemist pattern that I changed the cat for black. When you change that into software, that is just plain black. The software doesn't capture all those shades like of gray that you see there, and there's more colors than gray in it. That has to be manually done, because I know how boring it would be just to stitch it all black, and then you don't see any curves. Like maybe I'll be able to see here. You see here with color, I can do like this, how do you call it, this lump like here in the face, and you can do some here. You can see the depth of things, and even when I'm doing it full coverage, it doesn't always work up nice. Especially the worst part is usually skin. Human skin is very, very hard, and sometimes we have to change a lot so you don't get like spots. But here I did it all manually, but now I'm stitching. It's a different eyes. You know, things that already did different. Like here in the eye, in the whites, I was using 822, I think, and I think 3865 if I'm not wrong, and you could not see the difference. In the pattern, when I was designing it, I would see it. In the software, I could see the difference, but as stitching it, you couldn't. So what was the point? So I just took one color out. So that's why I don't want to give you the pattern until it's finished to stitch. At least I will know at the first designs that I will design, I know what works and what doesn't work. So you'll have to wait for me to see it fully finished and to be able to get it if you wish so. And then, if you may want, you can get all your materials from Casa Cenina, not the frames, obviously, you know where they come from and why I love them. And but everything else you can. And that's it, my friends. I think that's everything that I wanted. Oh, there's only just one more thing, because one of you asked me, how do I undo my threads as I'm stitching? And I'm sure I've shown you before, but the person may not have seen the videos. I'm sorry, I had something here to help me. No, it was Willow. She hid it. So I like them like in Flosstube. I use a ring like that. Usually when I kit it up for a project, the rings are not this big. This one is actually not from a project, but is my full set. This is a full set of threads. And it's not complete anymore. As you can see, some of them, there's only like one thread on it. So, but let's pretend that this was for a pattern. So I just pick up and I add a sticker, or I write it down. These ones are wood, so I didn't want to write down on them. But then I use some other ones, some plastic and sometimes some cardboard ones. And in some of those I write. In these ones I just add the sticker. Then I'm gonna try to do it closer so you can see. I come with my needle. This is actually not a needle. Oh, I just lost it. This is the thing that sometimes I use to pull the ends of the threads down the fabric. And you just pull one, basically. And you do it like that. And that's it. You're ready to stitch. And then when I finished with it, like this one here, I didn't use all of the thread. I just add the remaining back in here, and you know how it is if you do it like that. And it's very easy and very quick, and that's it. And I'm ready to stitch the next one. So if that was you who asked it, the details, or if it helps in any way, I'm happy to show you. That's it, my friends. I'm not taking more of your time. I'm feeling that I've missed something today. I'm not sure what it is, but I just wanted to give you opportunity because some of you were already waiting. You already knew that I was contacting Casa Cenina, and I wanted to give you the feedback. So if you decided that you want to order something from them, you can have the discount. So happy stitching, everyone. You keep safe. You take care of yourselves and of all of you around you, especially your loved ones. Bye bye. I will see you soon and we'll chat in the other ways. Bye bye.